we've now left the holiday in Trinidad, which isn't in the Caribbean, it's just inside Colorado. It's now just gone 10:30. We've got 547 miles worth of gas because we just filled up, and 413 miles to our next exit. So we're going to have a bash at doing that in one stint. So we'll see how that goes. Today's journey is to get as close to Mount Rushmore as possible, which is in South Dakota. The arrival time currently is 7:48 p.m, so it's perfectly doable, providing we don't get stuck in traffic or have bad weather. At the moment it's snowing quite light, it's not settling at all. It's quite warm at 37 degrees. That's Fahrenheit, so that's about 2 degrees centigrade, if that. But hopefully now, as we go north east, it should warm up a bit and the weather should improve. But there's no traffic to speak of at the moment. So as soon as we get out of this city, we should be back up to a 75 limit and should be able to gun it down the highway for a few hours. Anything to add there?
I had breakfast.
Oh yeah, we had breakfast. I had pancakes. What did you have?
Bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs. Did you have waffles?
No.
You didn't have waffles. Last night's food was good. It was like quarter of the price of the meal at the Best Western in Grand Canyon and twice as good. It came with massive pitchers of very, very strong beer, which was very nice.
Tim pissed in a glass.
I pissed in a glass because Jamie was in the bathroom. But the fun thing was, I almost managed to do a full pint and it looked identical to the other glass of beer, except it was warm.
Disgusting.
Yeah, well, there we go. Okay, so we're just going past downtown Denver. It's now 1:20 and we've hit traffic, which to be honest is the first lot of traffic we've hit since Los Angeles, so we can't really complain.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, we will complain. We don't like traffic jams, they're shit and it hurts our schedule. We were down to 7:32, we've now gone up to 7:34 p.m. Which is annoying. Temperature's now 54, so that's shot up quite a lot. We've come out now near enough of all the mountains, so we're now heading sort of north-northeast. So we're heading up and to the right, away from the sausage. It looks like there's been a crash or something because there's cops on the side. And that was the cause of the traffic jam. Everyone rubbernecking a small truck that's lost some stuff off the back of it. So yeah, we're going past this giant stadium. I don't know which team particularly it belongs to. It's a baseball stadium of some kind, which you can probably just see in the background. Toll road, possibly? No idea. So we're now going to continue to head north for another 214 miles. We might take a quick break after that somewhere, pick up some nibbles and have a pee and stuff, and that will be about the excitement of the afternoon. Alright, we'll crack on because we're speeding back up again. Okay, it's now 5 to 3. We've got 125 miles before we turn off, and we've now just left Colorado and entered Wyoming. Now I've flown over the state before and decided there really is fuck all in Wyoming, and now driving through it pretty much concur there's fuck all in Wyoming. I don't think we're actually going to be in the state for too long. heading basically more east than north on the I-25. So we're going to cut round the corner of Wyoming and then into the side of South Dakota, where we're then going to turn off onto the US 18, which goes east. And that will be probably in about the next hour and a half. Scheduled time of arrival at Mount Rushmore is calling the wait this evening, but we will probably stop in a hotel somewhere before then, because that will be after sunset, and then we can go to Mount Rushmore first thing tomorrow, and then head to Chicago. So I'm still in Wyoming. Just confirming there is absolutely fuck all. I've overtaken about 3 cars, and that's been about the highlight of the last 2 hours. We did have some roadworks with a US version of the contraflow system. The fun thing is, in the UK with the contraflow, they reduce it down to about 40 mile an hour. Here they reduce it down to 65. And that also includes you if you've got the biggest fucking lorry in the world. So that's quite amusing. But at the other side of that, we've now basically gone into lush pasture land. Everything is green. Lots of trees, lots of greenery, still lots of snow on all the peaks and everything. But compared to a few hours ago where everything was almost like a mixture between a desert, arid land to now looks like quite fertile pasture land. Out to my left is this massive watering thingy dusting crops out there, so we really are in the heart of farming country now. It's just 16 miles now before we turn off east from our northerly route, and we then continue towards South Dakota, Mount Rushmore. It's been a hell of a long road, so 650 something miles we've done along it, which is quite impressive. We did stop once for a couple of minutes, but apart from that we've been going pretty solid from 10:30 this morning, and it's now coming up to 4:30, so we are on schedule to stop in around 7:30, just outside Mount Rushmore. We're now on US 18. This is the turn off from I-20, 25, something like that, north. So we're now heading east along a 2-lane highway. We've got another 4 miles or so to go before we turn off to God knows where. But we're now just booking the hotel for this evening, and should get there for about 7:45, so a little bit earlier than last night, which would be quite nice. Be able to wind down for a little bit before dinner. It's got a restaurant as well, so we'll be doing a similar thing tomorrow. We'll be driving to Mount Rushmore in the morning, doing photographs and video and stuff there, and then we'll be leaving Mount Rushmore and heading up to Illinois. Not sure what we're going to do there yet, because we need to find a hotel, I think, close to Six Flags. So we've got a bit of a choice there. We can find one hotel towards Chicago, and then we could always relocate to another one for Six Flags. Doesn't really matter. But we're now, driving wise, actually ahead of schedule by about 600 miles. So that's pretty good going, actually. We've done very well with traffic, and we've been very lucky with the weather. we've had the snowstorms and stuff, but we haven't had any problems with the roads as regards too much ice or snow. So that's all been pretty good. So another 2.5 hours or so to go, and then we should be stopping for this evening. Okay, so it's now 25 past 7. We've been driving for near enough 9 hours non-stop, and we're now in South Dakota. So we drove all the way through Wyoming, and as I'm driving through it, I can absolutely confirm it contains absolutely fuck all. So we're now in South Dakota, which actually seems to have a city in it coming up ahead of us, which looks quite promising.
So very to the left this time.
It's alright, so that's it. We're now going to toot off to our hotel, eat, and then tomorrow we are going to Mount Rushmore.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Yeah, my bladder hurts.